on this issue. So thank you very much.
The question is... Is it called? I call the honourable member, Brendan Horan.
Thank you very much, Mr Chair. I look forward to being able to participate in democracy. And, sir, I'll note that the rules for livestock valuation were introduced just 12 months ago in Budget 2012. So this government is having to make changes almost before the ink is dry on the original legislation, sir. We saw a parallel of this around about 6 weeks ago in this House. Simon Bridges rushed through the Crown Minerals Amendment Act in April, and it had so many flaws, sir, that this House, under budget urgency, was asked to debate the Crown Minerals Amendment to the Amendment Bill. And, sir, when the House is put into urgency, as I said earlier, a little bit of courtesy at the beginning of the week would go a long way. Members such as myself have to cancel or rearrange constituent appointments. And sir, so it has a great effect. But anyway, sir, this taxation bill with livestock in its name is another fixer-upper bill. But to return to members of Parliament and the way the taxation law applies to us, sir, in Clause 12, the final wording after many changes and revisions provides that in respect of services for members of Parliament, an amount is exempt income of a person to the extent to which it is income of the person, and is not exempt income under another provision of subpart CW if the amount is travel, accommodation, attendance and communication services as defined in section 20A bracket 7 of the Civil List Act 1979. And then, sir, in brackets A, the amount is dash 1 referred to in section 20A of that Act, paid under section 25 of that Act, and then B, the amount is, and then again, provided to a person to whom any of section 25, 1B to E of that Act applies. Honestly, Mr Speaker, it's a relief to know that the original policy intent applies, and I suspect that none of us would have been able to divine that from reading the Clause 12 as it was written. Mr Speaker, I welcome the opportunity to thoroughly examine, to scrutinise and to debate the important business the government puts before us today. There are another 17 parts and provisions of several bills to debate, and I look forward to the debate and contributions of members after the dinner break. Thank you, sir.
The question is that Part 1 stand part, but before we do that, we have the Minister's amendments set out on SOP number 266. All those in favour of the Minister's amendments will please say aye. The contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote is called for. Clerk will please conduct the party vote. Thank you.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
33 for.
Green Party.
14 in favour.
New Zealand First.
7 in favour.
Māori Party.
2 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
Honourable Peter Dunn.
1 in favour.
Brendan Horan.
1 vote in favour.
Any other votes?
Honourable members, the ayes are 118, the noes are 1. The Minister's amendments are agreed to. The question now is that Part 1, as amended, stand part. All those in favour, please say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The question now is that Part 2 stand part, but before I do that, I have the Minister's amendments set out on SOP number 266 and SOP number 272. All those in favour, please say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote is called for. Clerk, please conduct the party vote. Thank you.
Sorry, is this on the Minister's amendments?
The Minister's amendments.
Yeah.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
33 for.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
2 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 in favour.
Honourable Peter Dunn.
1 in favour.
Brendan Horan. Any other votes?
Honourable members, the ayes are 103, the noes are 16. The motion is agreed to. The question now is at part 2, as amended, stand part. All those in favour, please say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The question now is that the Minister's amendments, this is the schedules, the Minister's amendments set out on SOP number 266 be agreed to. All those in favour, please say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The question now is that the schedule as amended, stand part. All those in favour, please say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The question now is that clause 1 stand part. All those in favour, please say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The question now is that the Minister's amendments set out on SOP number 266 be agreed to. All those in favour, please say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The question now is that clause 2 stand part. All those in favour, please say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. I will report this bill with amendment presently. I call the Honourable Minister Jerry Brown.
Mr Chair, I move that the committee report progress.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will please say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. I will report progress. Which one do I?
Members, the House is resumed. Mr Chairman.
Mr Speaker, the committee has considered the Legal Assistance Amendment Bill and reports it with amendment and divided into the following bills. Legal Services Amendment Bill, Accident Compensation Amendment Bill, Care of Children Amendment Bill, Child Support Amendment Bill number 2, Family Proceedings Amendment Bill, Property Relationships Amendment Bill. Mr Speaker, the committee has also considered the State Sector and Public Finance Reform Bill and reports it with amendment and divided into the following bills. 1. The State Sector Amendment Bill, 2. The Public Finance Amendment Bill number 2, and 3. The Crown Entities Amendment Bill. Mr Speaker, the committee has also considered the Plumbers, Gas Fitters and Drain Layers Amendment Bill and reports it without amendment. The committee has also considered the Taxation, Livestock Valuation, Assets Expenditure and Remedial Matters Bill and reports it with amendment. The committee has also considered the Airports Cost Recovery for Processing of International Travellers Bill and reports no progress. The committee has also considered the Administration of Community Sentences and Orders Bill and reports it with no progress. The committee has also considered the Reserve Bank of New Zealand Covered Bonds Amendment Bill and reports no progress. The committee has also considered the Medicines Amendment Bill and reports no progress. Mr Speaker, I move that my report be adopted.
The question is that the report be adopted. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The Legal Assistance Amendment Bill, State Sector and Public Finance Reform Bill, Plumbers, Gas Fitters and Drain Layers Amendment Bill, and the Taxation, Livestock Valuation, Assets Expenditure and Remedial Matters Bill are set down for third reading next sitting day. The Airports Cost Recovery for Processing of International Travellers Bill, Administration of Community Sentences and Orders Bill, Reserve Bank of New Zealand Covered Bonds Amendment Bill and the Medicines Amendment Bill are set down for further consideration in committee next sitting day. Members, the Government has indicated to me that it no longer wishes to progress the business for which urgency was accorded. Therefore, the House stands adjourned until 2 p.m. on Tuesday the 9th of July 2013. Good afternoon, members.